Hey healers, how are you? It's Felicia here, and I'm back with that spirited evocative energy as always. I just came on because I wanted to do an introspective video with you and to check in to see how all my healers were doing. How's your heart? Today I picked the Soul Talk Deep Spiritual Reflection prompts. So we'll use this deck, and then we can pull from the Soul Truth Self-Awareness card deck. I know I've used this before. I think I opened this deck on another video, but I don't think I used this before. So let me see. This one has 400 prompts. 400 prompts inside, and they're real small too, so let me show you. So it's like a small deck, and they're real small, so that's how they fit 400 in here. But I figured we could pull from both decks, do some introspection, talk about the new year. Yes, I was this many years old when I started hearing people say that the spiritual community recognizes like this after the summer solstice, not the summer solstice, the spring equinox, I think, starts. That's when they recognize the new year. Apparently everything is starting fresh, everything's starting to bloom, everything is new, and that is like signifies the new year. Plus I had to look up, they said like the zodiac, going by the zodiac, Aries is the first zodiac sign. So when the spring comes in, that's Aries season, so that's when everything's starting fresh, blooming, start new. Spring comes in, spring equinox, and then Aries season, and then see all that as the new year. So if you follow all that, I don't really follow the whole zodiac and which is first, second, and third, and the new year starting in spring. I don't know. I don't follow all that. But if you do, hopefully you're having a fantastic new year. And I don't know, it just popped in my head. I guess, you know what? You know how sometimes you I guess maybe I do follow some of that in a way, because people always say like spring cleaning. You put all the old stuff out with the old and with the new. So I know I do that. So maybe I do kind of follow it being a time for everything starting fresh and new and clean. And that's just something that I think people just have always done, but probably not for that reason. Not celebrating it being like a new year type of thing. It's just, I don't know, a new season. So I hope everybody's been feeling okay. And I know that there's been talks about everybody talking about the eclipse coming up too. And I don't know about anybody else, but I have been on 10 all day. Like my energy levels is through the roof. So I got my sage going over here. I'm just trying to calm down. I got this is my regular music I play all the time to just kind of even me out, calm me down. I got my peppermint spearmint tea, because I'm just trying to calm down. But I've been ripping around it all day, and my energy is like, and I'm scared I'm not gonna go to sleep tonight. So I'm trying to like bring it on down, bring it back. So that's why I was like, let me sit down and do a video. I haven't done a video in a while, and I had time, and I literally been thinking about doing a video for hours, but I cannot sit still long enough to do it. I've been trying to do it all day, and now it's like nighttime, and I still got like a bunch of stuff on my mind I'm gonna do after this video. Grateful for the energy, I mean, I'm not complaining. I could be complaining. I could be tired and lethargic, whatever, but I'm very well rested. Anyway, I've been getting some rest. Very well rested. I feel good. I feel great. I hope y'all feel the same. Healers, how's your heart? So, and then I said about the new year. And so then after we do the introspection, so go ahead and get your journals out, get your paper, get your journals, get your pens, go ahead, whatever we pull out, so you can reflect on it later and in your own way if you want. And then I wanted to reflect on, pretty sure I already talked about this, of course, since I always do introspection before every video that I do, in every video that I do, but wanted to say, lost my train of thought. I'm telling y'all racing, just I am all over the place, and I can admit that. And I thought sitting myself down in front of this camera was going to get me together. And the lie detector test said that was a lie. And if anybody was wondering, yes, success is a lifestyle. But y'all, I'm really all over the place. I cannot believe me. Okay, so after we talk about do the introspection, I want to talk about again, which I'm pretty sure is just a follow-up to one of my introspection videos, where I talked about why introspection is so important. Strengthening your interest, how it can lead to strengthening your intuition, which is why I wanted to sit down here today. The whole point of sitting down here today is talking about strengthening your own intuition, okay? I promise y'all, I'm gonna get around to talking about that. I feel so all over the place. Oof. The energy is, okay? I am on one. I'm on one and I'm over myself. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all. This is the Soul Talk Deep Spiritual Reflection Prompts. Alright, this is what it looks like. Oops, that's too much light. There you go. That's what it looks like. And it doesn't tell me who it's made by. Questions about spiritual topics, thought-provoking quotes. I'm just gonna pull some and shuffle and pull some, and we're gonna get to going. I hope I don't pull nothing. I'm already all over the place. I don't need to pull nothing crazy. Right, let's see. What is your favorite method for attaining or experiencing stillness? As I'm trying, y'all know the divine won't try me today, because even they want me to sit down. What is your favorite method for attaining or experiencing stillness? Well, usually, you see what I'm trying. That's why I literally showed y'all everything that I usually try to get me to calm down, so I can get to the stillness. Just trying to get grounded, trying to get centered, trying to be still, so that I can collect myself, because I can clearly see or feel when I'm all over. So I will burn my sage. I actually have sage and Palo Santo in here. I did double because I didn't know which one. I didn't know which one to turn to. So I started burning one, I started burning the other. So I have Palo Santo or sage, either one. If I burn those, especially the Palo Santo, immediately my mind will start to focus, will calm me down. And the Palo Santo is a crazy mood elevator for me. Like, it takes my mood from, I can be like Yeah, that's the one I pull out when I'm definitely like, I need a mood booster, and I need it now. The Palo Santo. Sage I burn all the time, but that helps me to calm down, to center myself. Baby, my peppermint tea or my spearmint tea, or like I said, this medley right here, which is Bigelow's mint medley, has both spearmint and has the spearmint and peppermint together. Again, I did a double because I really needed to calm down, and so good, y'all, so good. It just helps me. It's just something to my soul. Just sits me right on down. And I always put lemon and honey in my tea. That, and if all else fails, sometimes I won't even go straight to these. If it's something like especially if I have brain fog and I'm just doing entirely too much, and I've depleted all my energy for today, or depleted all my energy for the day, I will go straight to come home, hot shower, meditation. Boom, that's it. I'm done for the day. I'm not even gonna come out of my room after that. So right now, I'll let the meditation calm me all the way down. And when I calm down enough, I'm gonna go ahead and start to journal, or I'll read a book, and then I'll get myself ready for bed and just go straight to bed from there, so I can go ahead and relax and rest and get a good night's sleep. So those are all my favorite methods for attaining and experiencing stillness. Ain't that crazy today? I mean, it ain't crazy. They knew. They were like, well, you all over the place and you know it, and you got on here and you announced it, and they can see you all over the place, so you might as well just go into detail about what you're going to do to bring it on back, girl. Bring it on back. All right. So let me see. And then we're going to grab one of the Soulful Truths. Now go ahead and write your stuff down. Make sure you write in your journal, write down all the things and the methods that you use for attaining that stillness, because those things that you use for getting yourself to be still, like I said, they use the word stillness. I kind of use the word grounded. Being centered, getting grounded. You can do all that just by being still. Sometimes you just need to be still. A lot of times you need to be still, especially that part of being still is how can I say this? Well, I'm not religious, but I'm just saying, if you a person, and I pray, I'm not religious, I don't belong to any religious group, but a lot of religions, they either meditate or pray, or just talking to God, period. When you are speaking to God, the universe, divine, whatever deity you serve, you can talk to them, you can ask them for things, you can pray about things, you can even, pray just to say thank you, whatever. But the way you give back to them is by listening. If you pray for something for God, you need to be still so that you can get the answer, or you're going to miss it. If you are speaking to a deity and you are saying things, you are praying things, you are saying things out loud, you're speaking things out into existence, even if you're manifesting or doing whatever, in order to get the signs back or hear what to do next, or to be guided on your path of where you're going from there, in order for you to receive the message, you have to be still. So if you are constantly ripping, running, doing, jumping, hopping, skipping, and you always in manifest mode, gotta do the action, you can't always be in action mode. It's like I said, you have to be in receiving mode at some point. And in order to receive the messages, the blessing, or whatever, you will have to be still in order to receive directions on how to receive. Okay? So practice your stillness, your grounding, your centering, your mindfulness, whatever word you use. You have to practice that. You have to find time for it. And I remember when I was learning how to meditate, it took me months. I thought something was wrong with me. I was like, what is wrong? This thing is broken. Why can't I be still long enough to experience whatever they say I'm supposed to be experiencing during this meditation? I mean, I stayed at it for months until I finally got it. And when you get it, you know you got it. Like, you feel when you get it. you get it, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. It's one of those things. But if you're somebody like me who is constantly in work mode, it may be harder for you to still yourself, still your mind, and get yourself centered and get yourself in alignment where you can be in receiving mode. I was never taught that. I didn't know that. I didn't practice mindfulness, so practicing mindfulness and meditation helped me to get into receiving mode. Put things on the wrong side. Tea still ain't working, y'all. I'm still all over the place. Look at me. Oh, you know what? I forgot this deck is two-sided. Jeez. Okay. So remember, this one is the Soulful Truth Self-Awareness card deck. Y'all see? So let's pull one of these. See what they say. And let's see if I can remember what I said at the beginning of the video, what this video was supposed to be all about. Okay. Let's see if I can get it together. Lord help me. Alright, let's it says, what if it was easy? It doesn't have to be hard. Call in the universe, the stars, the angels, and all their powers. Find a solution. Would you take the next step if it were easy? It's time to expect ease. Call in grace and receive guidance. You are supported. I want to read that again because I just talked about being still so that you can be in alignment to receive. Okay? It doesn't have to be hard. Call in the universe, the stars, the angels, and all their powers. Find the solution. Would you take the next step if it were easy? It's time to expect ease. Call in grace and receive guidance. You are supported. Today's soul action. List 10 possible ideals for your soul's current calling. Lean into ease. It's here. You just have to say yes to it. Literally, if they are saying lean into Ease, it's here. You just have to say yes to it. You just have to say yes. You just have to say yes. You just have to receive it. But are you in receiving mode? Can you say yes? They are saying, what if it was easy? What if it was just that easy? To call in on the universe, the angels, and their powers. It's already here. It's already coming in. It's already here. You just have to say yes. You just have to receive it. They're putting out okay, what's the message? What's the message? It's straight in alignment. Both decks. Being still, practicing mindfulness. Opening yourself up to just say yes and receive. I love it. I love it, y'all. And we can pull another. I was gonna say we can pull another one. Let's get into this because this is I don't know if what I was gonna say is gonna be in kind of in alignment with that, but So doing the introspection and things like this helps. I just think it's just so important these days for people to understand that being, I'm trying to put the two thoughts together, being able to advocate for yourself and for others and for what's right is like really, 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 really big right now. Like, I don't know even how to put it into words. You being able to speak on and speak up and speak out about injustices done not to you yourself and to others, without looking around wondering, oh, I don't want anybody to say, everybody, I don't want to be the snitch, I don't want to say anything, I don't want to ruffle no feathers, or I really want to be liked and looking for validation and wanting to belong. You don't want to be the odd one out, pointing out the injustices that's being done to those who can't speak up for themselves, and just speaking on injustices being done to you as a whole. People don't want to ruffle feathers. People coming at you wrong, being disrespectful, whatever. Oh, I ain't gonna say nothing, I'm just gonna let it go. No, now is not the time to be doing that. But the reason why I was talking about doing the introspection helps you to become more self-aware. When you're more self-aware and you know yourself, you know your self-worth, you would never let anybody come up against you in any form or fashion. Anyway, you gonna speak up, you gonna advocate for yourself. If you don't advocate for nothing else, you're gonna advocate for yourself. You're gonna advocate for yourself. You're gonna advocate for all the respect you deserve. You're gonna be on it. But sometimes people don't do that. They second guess whether they should speak up or say something. They let stuff go. They let stuff fall by the wayside. People do that. Oh, that's just them. That's how they are. That's it. No. Now is not the time for that. Now is the time to be 100% standing in your power. I be on I wish a bitch would mode all the time, yo. And I'm just saying, I don't have to be like that all the time, but as soon as I smell something, don't smell right, don't look right, don't seem right about the way you coming off to me, I'm not doing it. I'm not letting nothing slide. I'm not sleeping. I'm holding everybody accountable. But like I said, just advocating for yourself and speaking up, not worrying about fitting in, not worrying about going along with the group, not trying to keep up with the Joneses. Do your introspection. Figure out who you are, what you want, where you stand in life, about yourself, your self-worth, your self-determination, your self-will. Stand up for yourself and for what you want. Okay, that's part about being that's part of being authentic. If you feel something in your heart of hearts is wrong and being done wrong to you or being done wrong to somebody else, if you're standing on the sidelines looking at all the injustices and everything then being done wrong to yourself and to others, and you don't say anything, you are just as bad as the people who are doing the wrongdoing. Point blank, period. If you see it and you don't say anything, you don't speak on it, you don't speak up, believe it or not, to me, and that's just me giving up some of my power. I am standing very much in my power. If I see it, I'm going to speak on it. I'm going to hold you accountable. You may not be held accountable to me, but you will be held accountable to somebody. Okay? So, just be strong. Do your introspection. Do your mindfulness. Be still. Connect with God. Connect with the divine. Connect with whatever deity it is that you are connecting yourself with. Because when you do that and you give yourself, everybody has a purpose. You have a purpose. Find that. Find it. Find that purpose. Find that thing. Find that zhuzh. Find that spark within you. Because if you're one of those people who, like you said, you going along to get along. You see what people are doing behind the scenes, and you see what's going on. You see how they move and how they work, and you just going along with it because you want to be in the in crowd. You want to be doing what they're doing. You want to be with them. You want to chill with them. You want to be seen. You want to be heard. You want to be famous. You want to be, you following the money. You follow. Nobody's meant to. But what is all the following energy about? Everybody want to belong. It's all that codependent energy where you codependently latch yourself onto a different group of people and you just gonna ride along on their coattails and do whatever just so you can say you belong to something or something. You don't need to do that. You don't have to do that. Go within. Find that inner strength to pull yourself from out of that type of energy. You don't want to be that type of person that people see you as, to just go along and get along type of energy. It's a lot of people finding themselves in situations like that, and then when you get so far and deep into that, it's kind of hard to start crawling yourself up from under that group or whoever them Joneses you was following, and wherever you was at. You trying to get out of that, and then you done dug yourself so far in a hole, you don't even know who you are. You don't know where to go to even start. To start over, and starting over is, oh God, that is hard. It's hard. But if you find yourself in that situation, now is the time to get out. Get out of that codependency. Stop dragging behind people who don't mean you well. Stop following those circles of people who are always complaining about, always complaining about something, always complaining about life, always complaining about this. It's not grateful for nothing. And deep down inside, you like, I like my life. But because you done attached yourself to these folks who got something to say about everything. They ain't grateful, they ain't happy, they nagging, they get out, get away. And if you were strong enough in the first place, you would have never even allowed yourself to be strong down that road or down that path, or find you looking around trying to figure out, how did I get here? I'm not even passionate about where I'm at. I'm not passionate about what I'm doing. I'm not passionate about how did you get there? Why are you there? And if you know that, what actions are you taking to free yourself from that? What did the card say? What if it was easy? What if it was that easy? You called on them, you asked for it, you got the help, it's on the way, it's here. All you gotta do is say yes. The problem is, saying yes means you have to be in receive mode. You have to be in your most authentic self, your most truthful self, your most transparent, your most vulnerable state, in order to be able to receive that type of help, that type of redirection, so just say yes and become that. Become that. Walk in your power. I say all the time, I always say that. When I get to ranting and raving and people be like, oh, she thinks she is, who she talking to? Who gonna check me? Say it again. Who is gonna check me? I don't answer to you. We all know there's only one you gotta answer to, and I'm not gonna be standing at the gates and say, yeah, I saw all that injustice happening, and I figured I'd just follow them because that would be easier. I'm not having that conversation. Not me. I'm gonna be at the gates like, yeah, I said it. I asked them who gonna check me. I'm not doing that. I'm not waltzing in my most unauthentic fake mask wearing self, playing along to get along, watching the injustices being done and not saying nothing. That's not me. That's not who I am. I know who I am. I know exactly who I am. It's hard for people to fool me. It's hard for people to blow smoke up my ass. It's hard for you can't walk up and just say anything to me and I just take everything you say with a grain of salt, because I don't operate like that. And when you speak to me, a lot of people say, oh my God, well, it ain't always what you say, it's how you say it. Why you gotta say it like that? Because it's the truth. And the truth is going to be the truth no matter what tone of voice I use. It is the truth. It is my most authentic version of what I could give to you. You can take it or leave it, but it is what it is. So, I just had to say that I have been finding myself in more than one aspect of my life speaking up about things, speaking on things, speaking up about things, and seeing myself surrounded by people who are just talking but really not saying nothing. Nothing of significance, nothing of substance, no truth involved, just talking. And I'm like, why? If you was gonna open your mouth and talk, why wouldn't you just at least have the truth come out? Not half truths, not some of it. And let me just say this. I don't hope I'm saying it loud enough for the people in the back. When you speak and you say what you say, but you leave out pertinent information, but you want people to believe what you say, make it make sense. Because God gave me this gift called the gift of free will. That means he said, listen, you have free will to choose. You can choose how to think. You can make choices you want, which way you want to go. You got this path, you got this choice, you got your... He gives you free will to choose. If I come to you and I say, well, I'm going to tell her this, and I want her to be on my side, and I want her to see through, so I'm going to tell her some of it, but I ain't going to tell her all of it. You are literally taking away my God-given gift to choose, to make my own mind up about how I want to feel about it, how I want to react to it. I want to know how I feel about the truth. I want to know how I feel about how I'm going to choose to react to the truth. But yet you came to me with the untruth or the half-truth or leaving pieces out so you can sway how I think or how I react. That is 100% manipulation. And you need to be using your discernment about who around you is manipulative, manipulating you, telling you all the truth, giving you half-truths, telling you pieces and leaving bunches of stuff out. You doing your introspection and knowing yourself and trusting your gut and strengthening that part of you will help you to strengthen your discernment so that you can be able to discern who around you actually means you well and who doesn't. Okay, that's another thing that I've been seeing. People just talking and talking and talking, and in my mind I'm thinking, where in the hell is the rest of this story? And why are you wasting my time with this half-truth and these pieces of this puzzle that you want me to sit here and put the energy together to put together? I'm not doing all that. And for what? And now I got my eye on it. Because what is that about? I mean, the energy these days is crazy. It's crazy. This is just things I've been seeing and things that I really, really want people to understand. Going within, strengthening yourself, strengthening your intuition, and knowing yourself and knowing what you want and knowing who you are. It's so hard for people to come in and bullshit you. If you can stand in your power and say, I ain't accepting that. And when I don't accept stuff, I say it out loud. I say it just like that. What the hell? Why are you coming here with this? Hey, what you mean? I'm just coming. No. because this is what I hear. And then I will recite to them the BS and say, is this what you meant to bring me? Or do you want to start over? We can start over. But what I'm doing is I'm holding you accountable I'm holding you accountable for the BS that you just brought me, and I don't accept it. So do you want to start over, or do you just want me to delete you from my life right here, right now? What do you want to do? Okay, it's too much, and you need to put the boundaries up, and they need to be that high, and they need to be that strong. Cut it off, because people will play with you these days if you let them. Okay, but yeah, just strengthen yourself. Go within. Stand in your power. Stand up for yourself. Advocate for yourself. Advocate for others. You are not obligated to do that, but I'm just saying. That's just me. Advocate for those who cannot advocate for themselves. Be strong, y'all. These is crazy times out here, and people will come for your peace. People will come for your peace of mind. People will come for anything of yours that they feel like they should be able to just snatch from you and take from you and be a part of. They would try to take it from you. And if you are weak-minded and you are not strong enough to stand in your power and advocate and speak for yourself and speak up, they would come in, they would play games. They would play mind games. And they would come in and they would try to take your peace of mind. I mean, they don't mean, just because they can try don't mean they will. Because I done seen people fight. I done seen people fight over food. You try to come for somebody's peace of mind, baby. That's why I don't fool people. When I speak, they be like, well, why you saying like that, baby? I'm going to give you the truth. Because that's what you deserve. Because I ain't about to give you no half-truth. And you ain't about to snatch my wig back, Blue. I'm scared. I'm scared out here. People is not working with 4 things. Everybody is not okay. I'm not about to come in here and fool with you. I respect you too much, okay? So, y'all, just be mindful about who. Use your discernment, who you got around you. Pick positive people to be around. Build you a little nice little group you can turn to people. And if there's nobody and you can't find them, don't be codependent. Don't go searching for people who ain't there. If it ain't there and it ain't the time, maybe this is the time for you to be alone, going within. And that's why you don't see anybody around you who you are in alignment with on that note. Okay? Everybody needs a period of time where they're doing that self-reflection and introspection and getting to know themselves, strengthening their discernment, and setting up those boundaries. And this might be your season for that. So if you feel like you're looking around and nobody's talking like you, sounding like you, walking like you, talking like you, that might be because this is your season for just you to be doing you. So don't be afraid of that. So I think I've been in that season for a minute. And I ain't gonna lie, I prayed for it. So when I got to that season, it was nobody. I was scared. I was like, is this real? Because I prayed for this. I prayed for the BS and foolery to be over and done, and I didn't want to even have to deal with it. And when it came, I've been rolling around in that thing for a while. And I'm very particular about who I let in. So I think I've been talking long enough, y'all. Now I'm just scrolling off. So like the card said, I think the first card we asked, what are the things that you use, the tools that you use and methods that you use so you can practice stillness, mindfulness, grounding, centering yourself. So go ahead and find those things. The sage that I use, I know I ordered my sage off of Amazon. Palo Santo, I think I ordered off a line somewhere. I listen to certain different frequencies all the time to help me calm down. It just depends on what type of mood I'm in. This I know is, I think, 88 hertz. It's 88 or 888 hertz. The abundance frequency. It's very calming and very soothing. If you hear it, it's just imagine it's playing in the background. Like I said, sit down, get your cup of tea, get your journal out. Sometimes putting your thoughts down on paper can really, really empty your mind. When you have no thoughts left in there, that's when you can just calm down. So you don't have anybody to talk to about your thoughts, go ahead and journal. Empty your thoughts on paper. Spew it out, empty it out. Or if you're anything like me, I'll talk to the divine all day, all night. Just talk. Till I get to the point where I ain't got nothing else to say, and then I know I'm probably ready to go ahead and meditate because my mind is clear. If you don't have any of these introspection decks, I know a few of these I got off of Amazon. So go on Amazon and look up introspective decks, or self-awareness decks. So you can always have something to journal and go through and write down and get your thoughts out, and so you can go within, so you can strengthen that intuitiveness, strengthen your discernment. That follow the leader mess, you won't let somebody follow you clean across the opposite direction of your blessings. If you trust in your own self to lead your own self, to where you want to go and where you want to be, you don't have to worry about somebody else leading you where you don't want to be. Just a thought. Do your introspection. Go within. Journal. Practice mindfulness. Grounded. Centered. Strengthen that intuition. Lead your own self. Even if you lead yourself and you make a choice and you use your free will to choose, and when you choose it messes up and it don't go right, you had to learn that lesson. You had to learn it. You had to go through it. But you are now stronger for it. And at least you can say you led yourself in that direction. You will always have that thought process of what the thought process is and why you chose that. When that situation comes around again, you'll be like, oh, last time I did that. That's how you know you learned a lesson. Last time I did that, I did X, Y, Z, and it didn't turn out. Let me try it this way. That is how you strengthen your intuition and step into your power. You don't need somebody else telling you what your next step in life should be, or where you should be headed, or where you should be going, or what you should be doing. You don't need that. Just do it and call on the divine. Ask God for guidance. That is why your divine team is there. You got your angels, you got your guardian angels, you got your protecting angels, you got your healing angels, you got your spirit guides, you got your higher self. I mean, you got your ancestors. You got a team behind you just waiting for you to call them in. Call on them. Call on them. All these tools and everything. What if it was that easy? What if it was that easy? All you have to say is yes. Accept the help. They're there. They're waiting. What if it was that easy? Call them in. They're waiting to help you. To help you strengthen yourself, to be on your own path, and make your own decisions, to be your own leader, to guide yourself towards your most abundant, most prosperous life. So you can stand in your power. So you can stand up for yourself. So you can advocate for yourself and others. It's what if it was that easy? To be your most authentic, most truth-seeking, truth-living, truth-speaking self. What if it was that easy? Open yourself up, receive. Just say yes. All right. Let me go get to this other list of things I was going to do. All right. I hope y'all have a good night. Until I see y'all again. Love and light, y'all.